Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Painkiller, the Battle Out of Hell expansion. This is Grace 115 speaking. Finally, I'd like to welcome you to the Underworld. Sounds actually way more interesting than it actually is. What the developers mean by the Underworld is actually just a complex of mines. Yeah, the couple of following levels are not going to be that interesting visually. Nevertheless, I'm really looking forward to this particular level due to the nature of enemies we are gonna encounter, but later about that. First, let's prepare accordingly. So we can see that in order to unlock the black turret card, we need to kill all the enemies. Now, depending on the level design, this can be a real pain in the ass, or it can be relatively easy. For this particular level, there'll be a couple of on-rail shooter sections where you can technically miss a few enemies, but otherwise you shouldn't have much issue whatsoever. So first of all, when it comes to souls in this level, I think I just prefer to ignore them altogether, because they'll be in such out-of-reach places all the time that I'm completely giving my hopes up in collecting them even with a soul catcher. The radius of this card is just not good enough for something like this level presents. So what I'm going to do instead is finally use the fear card we have. This might theoretically make it a bit easier on us, seeing as things are going to be difficult, as we are going to be collecting very few amounts of souls in this level. And honestly, I just haven't used it in recorded footage yet, and it's a Battle Out of Hell expansion card, so yeah, you know, let's just see. And it does not prevent us from actually staking enemies. The enemies, even with this 10% health drop, still can be staked with the stake gun, which is great. Not that we're going to be using it a whole lot in this level. Anyway, let's move on to the golden cards. Now, of course, we want to be able to use them 3 times per level, although honestly twice is quite enough for the on-rail shooter sections. Now, what will help us greatly here will, of course, be the scepter. We'll just one-shot all the enemies, so we'll dispatch them as quickly as possible. You might also want to consider, let's say, a haste or double haste. I wouldn't go for a triple haste. This will make you cover a very little amount of ground within that on-rail section. You will move, of course, very slowly. So it's kind of counterproductive. I think we'll be fine without any sort of haste altogether. I don't really think we're even gonna need a dexterity. Instead, I'm just gonna extend the duration of the enemies being weak. And confusion is a great card to use in this level, because what we are gonna be facing are pirates with pistols, muskets, sabers, and portable cannons. So once we'll confuse the living hell out of them, they will start killing each other, and that is so much fun. Now, whilst being weak, of course, this is even more effective. They'll be just dropping automatically. So this should make it easiest for us not to miss any enemies on the on-rail shooter sections. But as I said, there are going to be only 2 relatively short ones. The rest of the level is going to be pretty much very classic. So with that, let's just begin the level. Okay, here we are. Yeah, as I said, do not expect some sort of great underworld, some hellish place. No, it's just a set of mines, and we're gonna jump on a card here, which actually does remind me of the trolley in the ice bridge level. Okay, and as you can see, stay gun is not a great choice of weapon. Thankfully, quite often, placement of enemies allow us to exploit the explosives next to them. Now, first of all, let's just dispatch them ASAP. Oh, right, above us. Oh my god. Okay. This is actually a fairly hidden spot, but yeah, hitting them from this angle with a stay gun might prove to be quite impossible. It is the submachine gun and the chain gun that will become very useful in this level, because the enemies are in quite decent range, and we want to be as accurate as humanly possible. So it's the submachine gun ammunition and chain gun ammunition we are going to treasure in this particular level. Now, if we just look into the statistics screen, we will see that there are 10 secrets to be found in this level. Oh my god. But don't worry, it's not actually a long level, it's relatively short. What we are going to be facing are actually only 3 secrets throughout our journey through the level until we reach the level exit, and then all it becomes is just backtracking for those 7 secrets, which are really closely clustered together. So don't worry about, you know, spending too much time on secrets. That's not the case. And if you just look at the amount of gold to be found in this level, over 2,500, I say those secrets are pretty damn worth it. Seeing as there are 21 holy items, that is 2,100 gold just from them. So if you'll be patient, I'd say it's pretty damn worth it. With this amount of gold, you will be able to decently experiment with the Black Tarot cards, unless you already have plenty of gold from the base game. Now, what we see in the distance is a giant monster of a pirate holding 2 cannons in his hand, because that's how manly he is. And people think holding 2 assault rifles, 1 in each hand, is manly. Whoa, no. Real cannons. Kind of like Series Sam cannons, but these actually even have wheels attached to them. You just rip them straight out of the ship. Now, I'm very careful here because of enemies up there. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay. I wish we could use the electro driver here. Unfortunately, it's such a useless weapon for this level. But first, the bolt gun is a great choice of weapon for these giant pirates because they're so wide that every single bolt will hit them. And they don't take that much beating, not as much as their size would make you think. Just shoot them twice with the bolt gun and you should be fine. But remember, there was one of those bastards right above us. And do not get hit by those cannonballs. They will just explode in your face. We don't want that. Saying that, there are tons of explosives here. Actually, this level does remind me a lot of the Catacombs level from the first chapter of the first game. You know, close quarters, huge number of explosives, dark areas, being surrounded, that sort of thing. Although we just had a couple of knights wielding maces, not a whole pirate crew. But it's actually interesting when you pick up the game manual and you read about this pirate crew, how they sail the purgatory version of 7 Seas and search for slaves, mine for gold, and that sort of thing. Makes you think like the purgatory is really a huge living, breathing world. Unfortunately, all they decided to show us from an entire pirate fleet was a mine, which is really a poor decision if you ask me. How about, you know, I think some pirate base, jumping from a ship on top of a ship, you know, that sort of thing. Palisades, watchtowers, beach, rum. No, instead we get mines. I mean, just such a wasted potential if you ask me. Which you didn't, but I said it anyway. And I don't see any reasonable way of reaching that place, so let's just destroy those objects for the sake of statistics and I guess move on. Or maybe we can do this? Oh, okay. I did not even expect that's possible. Okay. Gold being the reward. Now, in this area there are actually, well, we found one of the secrets. There is also another one of the 3 that we'll be able to find before the level exit appears, so it's very easy to actually panic, you know, the level exit will spawn before you and you're like, holy shit, I only have 3 out of 10 secrets, what did I miss? Well, don't worry, you didn't miss anything actually. It's just the distribution is very odd. Okay, and let's check if there is an object there. No, apparently not. Okay, now I know these are very large, expensive caves, but you don't actually have to check every nook and cranny that much. Mostly these are empty. You have the lone ammunition box somewhere, but that's really it. Okay, and now, with that in mind, let's enter the first on-rail shooter area. Therefore, I will prepare a submachine gun. And I think right away we can activate our golden cards. So just 1 shot per enemy. Also, let's try and keep eye on all those destructible objects, but don't worry too much if you miss anything. We'll be revisiting these areas. It's just the enemies. And it seems we have missed one according to the combat indicator. But look at all this mayhem. This is why Confusion is such a great card for this level. But okay, let me just reload it here, because I haven't even noticed, but according to the combat indicator we missed an enemy in the distance. So let's see. Okay, so it's not actually the number of enemies, and thanks to our cards, not even their endurance, but it's the placement of enemies that are very easy to miss. And also, if we are paying attention to the objects, well, plenty of things to keep in mind at the same time. Something I'm not too good at, come to think of it. But yeah, we took care of all the enemies and all the objects inside, and now look at this mayhem. Should we help them out a bit? Yeah, well, let's do it. So much fun. Okay. And I see a barrel over there, and the combat indicator seems to be pointing at a particular enemy somewhere in the distance. Let's see. Oh, there you are, you bastard. Okay, so chain gun or the submachine gun, really, whichever you prefer. Okay, and there's just you, all alone in there. It would have been much easier to kill him with a scepter card still on, but yeah. The chain gun is just a great weapon for these distances, and it's really all it comes down to is your own accuracy at this point. So, the combat music, which by the way I really love, it's one of the heaviest themes in this game, well, in this expansion to be honest, has subsided, so it means we've cleared the area very nicely. Also, if you miss anything, you get another turn of this area, thanks to the minecart over here. So, yeah, don't worry about it too much, it's relatively easy. But now we are gonna take a little strafe to the right, because there are a couple of slaves here. These are the pirates' crew slaves that they used for labor, but I don't know how much work they can get done like this. I guess they have a surplus of them. Wow. Yeah, we've seen these guys in the Dead City before. Okay, and this is another on-rail area, but very few enemies in here, so don't worry too much. Okay, there should be just one above us. Good, we took care of all of them. Woo! Okay, and time for those golden cards again, just to be on the safe side. Oh, submachine gun, quickly. Okay, I think that should be it. Now onto the new area here. Oh, they killed off each other. There were just two cannons dropped over there, no enemies. Okay, awesome. And the combat indicator is not moving, so we did not miss anyone. I really love the combat indicator, especially for a card unlocking status like this one. Now, this is where our journey ends, and the barrier has closed. Basically, there are 7 secrets we have just passed by. We will have to backtrack here once the level exit appears. The difference is that, of course, we won't be on rails anymore, so we'll be free to collect them. You might have noticed some holy items shining in the distance. Now let's make a leap of faith, and we somehow made it to the other side. I don't know, this feels like the minecart was supposed to be able to make this amazing jump, but somehow the game engine did not handle it well, so the developers just decided to set up a teleport in here. But yeah, let's sacrifice our health for that armor, and before we head through to the actual center of the mines, let's just take a look here, and if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna save because yeah, because of a tricky secret. Good thing I saved, isn't it? Okay. So the confusing part, as you will soon notice, is that some of the water is safe to land onto, while the other will just instantly kill you, and there is no way to tell the difference, which is a design I really don't like in games, when the games just break their own rules. It's really not nice. But yeah, just make a mind note that this one is not safe, not at all. Uh-oh, oof, okay. Now the only way to make it back is, that I know of, is by hugging the edges over here and exploiting the amazing bunny hopping feature. Okay. Let's just blast our way through these coffins. I really don't like the fact how long the debris of the coffin stays after. It makes it very difficult and annoying to collect the gold. So yeah, explosives are a much better choice than, let's say, Painkiller or shotgun up close, if you ask me. Saying that, we just got our hands on quite a few explosives. Let's have fun with them. We're no longer just an ordinary mine, we're in some shrine or a tomb, actually. Yeah. Okay, new kinds of enemies. Voodoo natives or something. You know, since we have pirates, we have to have some voodoo in here. Now you can't really see much, seeing as we've just morphed into a demon, but trust me, that is for the better. we'll have the pleasure of dealing with the voodoo guys in a short while, and trust me, they are just nasty. They're not really ranged or close-up attackers, they just deal damage to you whenever they want to, irrelevant of where you are. They'll just take their little doll, pierce it with a needle, and that's it. Daniel takes damage. So we'll want to dispatch them as swiftly as possible once we'll encounter them again. Now, let's see, will this work? This requires some really good aiming, but... Oh, come on, I didn't go all the way through. God damn it, could have been so nice. Okay, one of the things that I find to be really, well, not sad, but disappointing about the Painkiller Purgatory is that you just don't know what's going on at all. Like, whose tomb is this, or shrine, or whatever? It's like the developers just decided, oh, this looks cool, let's put it in there, but with no actual knowledge of what it's supposed to be. Now I'm gonna try and make it on top of the pedestal. I managed to use one of those corners to get on top of it before, but somehow that's not working anymore. Whew. Okay, precise bunny hopping did the trick from up top. Now that can be a good sign. Okay, let's continue. I love how they have modern electricity in a place like this. Things just don't make sense in Purgatory whatsoever. Okay. Oh my god. Let's just dispatch these bastards quickly, because they have cannons, as you might have noticed. I'm sure you didn't fail to notice that. Okay. Now, there are purple variety of pirates now. They have pistols, they throw little grenades at you, so they're not musketeers. Well, not musketeers, they don't have muskets, but pistols this time. Which makes them a bit faster, and these are the voodoo bastards, ouch, I talked about. Oh my god, see, just, they'll deal damage to you whenever they damn well feel like it, so hence I'm freezing them to... Oh, don't even need to apparently, to dispatch them as swiftly as possible, but for how big they are, they don't take that much beating. It's possible we can maybe even use a stake on them, and that should do the job. But really, there are so many of them, I just want to freeze them and be at least temporarily safe. But you might have a more efficient way to deal with these bastards. Okay, now, this is actually a really impressive place. Looks a lot like a temple. Whatever. I'd really like to see some backstory, you know, to every level. That'd be amazing. But yeah, the interesting thing is that in the Pain Editor level, I think this level is actually referred to as mines in the Pain Editor, not as the Underworld. Yeah, just a bit of trivia there. Oh, we missed a chest whilst we were fighting for our lives. And we almost ran out of our silver armor. I guess this is where the golden health and armor regeneration card would come in handy, but honestly I think it's only worth for the golden ones. Oh my god, let's be careful here. Whew. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay, we put that Electro driver to some good use. Yeah, we really like to get behind enemy lines into their spawning grounds. Oh. Whew. Okay, we don't have that much life now, do we? Okay, but I actually fared much more better than during my trial run of this level. I was dropped to 7 health points. I was like, oh my god. But still managed to make it through, which is good. Now we have even more health. Okay. And all those coffins. Ah, this is gonna take a while. Okay. Basically, where the gold coins appear from is the center of the coffin. It's not the top or the bottom, so that's why I'm sort of jumping into the middle of these to instantly collect them and not have to wait for the debris to fall off. And as you can see, no gold was left behind, so it works pretty damn well. Okay. Wow, that generous here. Actually, we found a couple of city boxes a while ago. Now we'll put them to some good use in the next area. Let's get our hands on that armor. Oh, the last one. Now first of all, before we'll get completely surrounded, let's get our hands on what we'd call the Berserk mode in the Doom games. Weapon modifier. Okay, this is quite something. Ooh, basically what this does for the electricity is that it chains more easily onto surrounding enemies, which is great fun. However, oh my god, let's use some fire, why not? I mean, look at this, mayhem, oh, whew. Okay, time for some harvest. Yes, oh my god, was this satisfying or what? Okay, and we're not done yet. Okay, couple of cannoneers around. The manliest of the men. Whoa! The Duke Nukes. Duke Nukems. No, I'm gonna call these Duke Nukes. They should be dropping nukes on us. Okay, oh. And I think there should be just one or two little slaves to pick up. And... oh my god, the bastards. And I think we're done with this level. Yes, well, not yet, of course. We have to backtrack for a couple of secrets, but yeah. Basically, as you can see, we killed all 198 monsters, so if you're not interested in the golden stars, just, you know, skip to the end of this level and to this video. You will see what Black Turret card will unlock. But for those of you interested in the golden stars, just bear with me for a while. First, we'll clear this room of any objects. Thankfully we found all the ammunition, which is a good sign that we missed absolutely nothing, because objects, holy items and secrets will be kind of clustered together in those backtracking areas. Although it's possible to have all the objects destroyed in this room. If you had a really keen eye and managed to destroy all the explosives in the distance and that sort of thing, then you should have all the objects destroyed right now. Yeah. But don't worry about it if you don't. As I said, we'll get to them when we'll be revisiting those 7 secrets. Whew. Okay, so there's nothing in this underground passage, whilst on the opposite one there was the weapon modifier. I'm not actually entirely sure what the weapon modifier did for the fire. I think it leaves more fire trail on solid surfaces that the fire touches, which actually is worse than it is good, because you will get yourself hurt with that. But yeah, okay. I believe this is for the room, so there are 18 more objects to destroy now. We'll just be backtracking a while now. And you might be wondering, how are we gonna get through a few gaps without our minecart? Well, that's up to me to figure out, but it is possible, don't worry. Oh, okay. I was kind of worried we're gonna get hurt there for a while. So as you can see, this is a really short level. I mean, what, we finished it on 17th minute, theoretically, if you're not interested in the secrets. Yeah. Thankfully, this teleporter works both ways, yeah. Actually, there are 2 teleporters, one here and one on the other side, carrying us over to the opposite one. Just like that. Now, here we are on our first sort of area that we were on rails before, you know, trying to shoot up all the enemies. Feel free to climb up the ladders and check everywhere if there is not an object you've missed by any chance, but it seems we're good at this point, and what I see there is an explosive barrel. Now, I'm not entirely sure if dropping into the water here is safe or not. We'd better not risk it. Actually, saying that, let me save, because we don't want to repeat the final battle again. And look, 3 barrels up here. Good thing we've took a peek what's up. Coin must have dropped through the crack. Okay, no worries. Okay, and now we are reaching this point. If the closer you appear to the gap, you move to the gap here, you will hear the screams of people, because the developers put it there as some sort of roller coaster reaction to us making that jump. I just think it's hilarious, really. All those screams of agony. Oh, okay. Now, actually, in this very tight little area, there are 3 secrets to be found. First of all, let's try and get on top of here, up the pillar, to find a small alcove with 2 holy items. And now we should be able to get here. Brilliant. Okay. Now there is still the case of one more secret. We'll, I believe, have to go up again. These are so closely tied together and in identical looking areas that they are very easy to mistake with each other, but this one will have to go more up than the one before and jump onto the, oh my god, ledge over here, which is not as easy as it might look. Well, but I chose a poor position. Let's see. Okay, brilliant. So as you can see, just 3 secrets clustered together like this. Now, there's a little conundrum to solve, and that is how on earth to get back without the minecart. I mean, there is no way we can jump through that gap over there. However, what I see is a pile of rocks. Maybe we can somehow use that to our advantage. Whoa, okay. Just make sure to switch sides as you go up a narrow slope, and you should be fine, yeah. Now, on that ledge over there, I don't see any objects. I'm not entirely sure if there was an explosive barrel or not. Either way, there are 2 secrets. As you can see, the glow up there and over there behind a few barrels. Now, if I'm not mistaken, jumping into... yeah, this water is pretty damn safe. Not that I did it intentionally. So don't worry about this one. And yeah, here behind all this explosive barrels, this gunpowder that pirates use, yeah, we should get another few holy objects. I actually like the idea that we are plundering the riches of mine. It's kind of thematic, isn't it? The treasure that the pirates been after. I wonder what other uses there are for gold in Purgatory than using black tarot cards. Huh. Because really, it's not like Purgatory has economy, is it? Okay. And that's it. There are 2 more secrets remaining, and we will get to them in 2 following areas. 1 in each. Oh, god damn it. Okay, maybe we can get up this way. Nope, of course not. Why? That would be too easy, wouldn't it? We'll have to use these improvised ladders over here. And now, just go on the rails all the way back. Let's look at the object count. There are 6 more objects to destroy. Whew, that is a lot. I'm really hoping I'm not going to be stuck in here looking for those objects. But don't worry, we're going to find them all. So, there it is. We need to get up there somehow. I'm saying somehow because I'm not entirely sure how, but I'm assuming these ropes might be a good guess. Let's just save here. Whoa, well, not the way I wanted it, but yeah, not entirely bad either. Let's just keep at it, shall we? Ooh, okay. Wow. It's actually very easy to collect the holy item and not trigger the secret. You have to land precisely on top of that pillar. Very annoying, yes. Okay, and now, unless we of course see any objects in here, which I personally don't, let's just make it back through a corridor and get our hands on that final secret. Now, first of all, I don't think we've missed any objects in here, have we? No, good. So let's just keep going. And this, the glow over here indicates the location of the last secret. And there we are, all secrets found. Now all that remains is for me to just find 6 more objects. Now if I'm not mistaken, maybe, just maybe, I forgot to destroy a row of vases somewhere deeper in the shrine. Hopefully that's the case. I'll let you guys know when I'll find them. Wait, no. Let's turn around instead. I have a strong feeling I know where these objects are. Well, at least some of them. I seem to have forgotten one of these tunnels, because last time we were here it was actually walled up, but once you cleared off the enemies it should become accessible. An oversight which I forgot about completely. And there it is, a little treasure. Unfortunately, yes, this is the nightmare scenario. We are we are of course missing one object, so yeah, I'll unless it's here, I'll let you guys know when I found it. Yeah, gonna be crossing the entire level now. Yay! Listen to all the suffering that jump causes to people. Okay, this is too funny. The reason I'm recording is this is just to show you how to get across onto the other side, and the way is actually really simple. We just have to use this, I don't know what this is, some pulley mechanism or whatever, jump on top of it and hopefully get onto the other side. But this is easier said than done, because... oh my god, Daniel has some issues getting on top of this ledge over here, but... okay, we made it through. Okay, so I'll just see you guys when I'll find those bloody objects. I believe I have found it. No, let's not go into the level exit yet. Here it is. Yeah, I thought the room was cleared completely, but I seem to have forgot about a small powder keg in the corner over here. Anyway, saying that, we finally have all golden stars, and I believe we have earned the right to unlock the following Black Tarot card. Let's see what it is. Oh my god, look at this amount of gold. But no, I'm not gonna skip it. Let it just, you know, add up all the way through. Makes me feel rich. Okay, almost there. There we are, awesome. 666 ammo. Get this much ammo for each weapon at the beginning of each level. Cost to place 2,000. Oh my goodness, I think this makes it the priciest card we have so far, and for a good reason. Think about all the wicked stuff you can do with 666 napalm or electricity, or shurikens and electricity if you combine the electro driver, primary and secondary fire modes. Same applies for the flamethrower and SMG. Wow, this is actually pretty neat. Not that we ever have any need for ammunition in Painkiller games, but much more interesting than find double the ammunition boxes. Although I'm not going to be using this card, because now that I've mentioned ammunition boxes, once you have over the maximum capacity, which in this case it is, you start the level with 666 ammunition for each ammunition type, but it does not increase your base capacity to this number, like let's say the vitality card for your health. That means it will become impossible to collect any ammunition boxes until you get it beneath the ammunition capacity count. Now that of course varies with each individual ammunition type. So I'm not going to be using it, I'm afraid, not if we want to get all golden stars. But for those of you who don't care about golden stars, you're going to have so much fun with this card, or, you know, just now that you have it, feeling free to revisit any of the old levels. I think it's a great card, just not for the purposes of this walkthrough. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this level, and I'll see you guys next time in a very similar looking level, come to think of it.